Hey, this is very intimate in the sense of I don't give a yes, 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 yes. Once again, we're blessed to
Absolutely.
have another opportunity, man, to share some hope and some light and just some of ourselves with everyone.
Mm.
Um, this is the Man Indeed Mirror Show. Indeed, we spell it Thee because it's a personal journey.
Absolutely.
And yeah, if each man, has a look in the mirror at man, woman, or whatever human, look in the mirror and work out their own salvation.
Yeah.
So yeah, so tonight, as usual, we have a dynamite topic,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we're just the panel, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the topic tonight is from this guy over here who's faithful.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna introduce him, and then I'm gonna give you the topic that
Mhm.
he came up with, man. The dynamite topic. We're gonna expand on it. We're gonna, that's the start, but we're gonna branch off into other things connected to it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I got my buddy with me, man, family. Quantrell Smith, also known as Pastor Q.
Amen. Amen. Glory be to God.
Yeah, he's here with me. And
Mm.
tonight's topic, first of all, y'all know what this is, right?
Mhm.
This is the talk show that matters. And tonight's topic is validation. And man, that's a mean one right there.
Mhm.
Validation.
Yeah.
Because from my experience, man, in the world, that's more important than anything to the majority of people.
Yeah.
It's being accepted, be
Mhm.
validated by
Mhm.
others, and
Yeah. Yes.
and we got kids right now that's doing all kind of unspeakable stuff because they're not from validation. Yeah,
Want to be validated. Want to be. It's great. I was just talking about that the other day. Having my woman window broken out and things we do as kids. Like I said, trend going around right now. Kids busting out windows, breaking in cars. I remember being young and people, just walk up to somebody, you punch them in the face, or you do certain things to be validated, to be accepted. Um, it's amazing too because I look at a lot of different things at validation, and um, validation is seeking approval, acceptance,
yeah,
and it's amazing because as we serve God, you can actually be accepted, validated by God, and not be accepted by man. And excuse me, and I think me and my path too, and you'll understand this is that you can be validated by God and be accepted by God, be approved by God, and still not be accepted by man. Meaning that you can have somebody doing, and this is true, you'll touch on this book, you can have somebody doing the same type of podcast that you're doing, right? And they may have more people, viewers, and followers than you. But it's not technically that what they're doing is better. It's just that they've had more people validate them or tell people, hey, because the thing about it is, boo, in the street, if I say, such and such, and they say, "Oh, Pastor Q, that's my man," or "Boo Jones, that's my man," well, that's somebody validating. And if nobody does that, then nobody don't feel like, hey, you watch Boo show? No, ain't nobody watching the show because nobody's validating.
yeah. Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Or did you go to this restaurant?
Ain't
I ain't
nobody
never been there.
validated.
Ain't nobody validating because when you
Stamp.
have a lot of people
Ain't nobody stamped.
stamping, when you have a lot of people followers, believe it or not, people tell you where to go. Why can't you just say, hey, I want to try this restaurant out? Be like, where's that? I ain't never heard of that.
Never heard.
Well, why I gotta go somewhere?
One thing.
Yeah,
Never heard of.
Why I gotta go somewhere that you validate? That you're basically saying that this is people tell me, or somebody ever tell you to go somewhere, then you go and say, well, I ain't think the food was all that. You said the reason why so much hype around it because you have so many people validating it.
Yeah.
That's just like you can meet a person and everybody may say it's a good person. He's been validated, he or she been validated. You say, well, I don't think that about that person. So it's like the validation comes into with just a lot of followers and following. And especially this town, when I say this town, I'm talking about the DMV, is full of validation. People act like they can't think for themselves. Somebody has to tell you what go-go band to go see, what movie to go see, what church to go to, where is it cool to go. And if you decide to step out the box and do something that nobody knows about, like I ain't never heard of that, well, the food could be good. Give it an opportunity. But since what people will do, and not being long-winded, we will support something because it's popular. We will support something for quantity, not for quality.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody supports something for quality, for quantity, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody supports something for quality.
Well, it's quality.
Listen, people may say, Pastor Q got a good message.
Yeah.
But everybody running over to this church because the quantity of people want to be there.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have a lot of people at the church.
Yeah.
So you get a quality message, but I want to go there where a lot of people gonna be. Why do I want to go to a place where a lot of people gonna be? Because I'm seeking validation. I want to be seen. I have internal issues that I need to be met.
And there it is.
You see,
there
exactly.
Now you get to the root.
We get to the issue. That's what I'm saying. So basically, now instead of me going to a church or a place where I'm going to get the word,
give me some substance.
I'm going to a place where I can be seen.
Yeah.
Or somebody compliment my shoes or compliment my car.
I like to call it, Pastor Q. I like to call that feeding that thing.
Yeah,
And that thing.
It's ego. It's
No,
it's
it's low,
self-worth.
low self-esteem.
Self-esteem. Yeah.
Because
Well, it's different
you
things
think,
you feed.
yeah,
Different things you
but
feed. Yeah.
majority that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Because when you know, old dude told me this one time, man. I was young, and I was up there on Alpha Street in Alexandria, and I was getting into it, man, a lot that particular week.
Right.
And a couple of little incidents, right?
Mhm.
Got some rumbles, right?
Right.
And the old dude clean came out, had a nice little like a Cadillac or whatever, and he was just a smooth old dude. He said, "Come here, shorty." He said, "Little man, come here." So I came over there. He said, I know your family. You come from a pretty good family."
Right.
So I know both sides of your family. He said, "And they're good people, man."
Right.
He said, "What you doing out here fighting, man?" I said, ain't nobody carrying me. I ain't going for nothing." He said, "Man, the dudes," he said, "all the dudes, the validation," he said, "they say you ain't no bad guy."
Right.
He said, "So why you in so much?" I said, "Well, I ain't going for nothing. They try to carry me and all that, right?" And this is why I say what I say. He said, he gave me this, man. It didn't come to my understanding until I decided to surrender and change my life, right? He said, man, once you are right with who you are, you ain't got nothing to prove to nobody.
You say something. You said something, Kibu. He said what the people say.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we, when people validate other people, they'll tell you, this person is this person.
Yeah.
I try not to let people
Yeah.
tell me who somebody else is.
Yeah.
I like to find, because we are, believe it or not, people are different people to all the people they meet.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know that person that you met.
And
they,
you know
that they may be a good person. They may not be a good person for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how it is. The piece was what he gave me. He said, "Man, once you are with yourself,
validation.
Yeah,
When you don't need to seek approval.
Yeah.
Once you're okay, listen. First and foremost, it's you and God. That's the alignment. Can I look? So let me just take us on course. Since we're in the man in the mirror, when I look at the man in the mirror, that's the first validation. When I look at him, that's in the mirror.
Yeah.
And when I say now I'm just to take a little bit deeper than that, because sometimes the mirror, when the song Michael Jackson wrote, big thing right now. I'm talking about the mirror. Now the Bible says that when we look into the mirror of the law of the word, right? So basically, my validation doesn't come from looking at myself. It comes from looking at Christ to make sure that I'm correct and that I line up and I'm doing things that is
pleasing to him,
pleasing and acceptable to him.
Yeah.
So that's the first validation. So once I know that, and the Bible says that without faith it's impossible to please God. So once I know that I'm pleasing God according to the things he's called me to do, there's no more validation needed. And nobody, and people would tell me, "So what church you go to? Who's your pastor? Who called you to preach?" And I said, "Well, man, nobody told me to preach. I heard it for myself." But people think you need somebody to validate you.
Yeah.
Or what church you go? Who told you to preach?
Stamp.
Yeah, a stamp. And I'm like, well, Paul said that he was a bondservant of Christ. He said, not by man, but by God.
That's right.
Meaning Paul said he didn't go to another Christian or another church and somebody ordained him. He said, I was ordained by God.
None of the disciples.
Yeah, that's what
they didn't go to school. They was moving, said they were unlearned.
So that's why a lot of times people were saying that they needed validation. People was like, they were trying to see who validated them, because they were like, who calls you? And Jesus, many are called, few are chosen. Well, Paul said, I was ordained by God. In today's word, people say, are you ordained minister?
Ordained.
That means that, so basically, you saying ordained means that I have to be up under another church, and somebody has to say
another man.
Yeah, there is an order in that, but there is a what you may consider out of order or unorthodox way of doing things. Whereas though, me personally, no man came to me and said, "You're gonna preach the gospel."
Right.
I had my own um
Epiphany, your calling.
my own calling, as Paul did,
Yeah.
being knocked off his high horse and being able to hear the calling on my own. And no, my dad wasn't a pastor.
It
Mom
ain't
wasn't a
generation.
pastor. Me becoming Pastor Q, yeah, I was took to church just like every child on Easter and brought up in the church, but nobody ordained me and my family and said we're passing this on to you.
Yeah.
So for me to become a pastor, when my mom or my dad were not in the ministry,
Yeah.
is kind of I went to church just like any everybody else, but for me to be here today, I can't say that a man told me to do this. You know what I'm saying? So that means that I didn't seek validation, but people may say, like, well, how do you know? Well, the Bible says make your call in an election. Sure. I don't listen, I got my own dreams, I have my own visions, I have my own personal relationship with God, and I don't need no man to validate me. I don't need a suit. That's why I don't do all the suit. People that know me, I don't do all the suits and do all the other stuff because I don't need to be validated. I know who I am. I know what I'm called to do. I know my mission. Though people may not agree with that, and there's a lot of people who will not validate that.
I'm glad you said that
You
because
know what I'm
just
saying?
before you came, I was looking at some and scripture based.
Yeah.
And it said about after Jesus fed the people, he said something after that, and all of them dispersed. So what he said was, unless you eat my flesh,
Yeah.
and drink of my blood,
Yeah.
you're not a part of it.
Right.
And man, he ain't try to clean it up. He ain't try to say, "Oh, hold up, y'all come back."
Mhm.
It was a metaphor. He didn't try to do none of that because he know that those who are called will understand what he was talking about.
Right.
Those who are called.
Well, another thing too, he said to them also is
he didn't need to be validated by the crowd.
He says you're only following me because you got
yeah, exactly.
He let them know that. He said you're not following me because you're validating me or you're approving of me. You're following me because I fed you.
Yeah, what I can do for you.
And right then and there, that pricked the hearts and convicted. I mean, that's just like if you tell anybody else, man, you only around me because of what I do for you. Yeah. That's gonna strike a nerve. And that's basically what he did. I mean, because just like he did that a lot. He said, my thing is if he says, one of you are going to betray me, and they're like, is it me, Lord? Well, do you have to ask that?
Right.
So if he says you only follow me because I fed you, well, you have the opportunity to say, no, that's not why I'm following you. So many turned away. Well, obviously it was the truth.
Yeah.
Because you had the opportunity to say, oh, well, no, I'm sorry you feel that way. But I'm really following you because I believe in your work and your teachings. And I want to learn and grow from you.
Right.
But why was you offended?
Yeah, because you ever heard the old saying is familiarity breeds contempt.
Absolutely. Yeah.
A lot of times, people, they say that now because he's risen, Christ risen.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said before, we talk about where we at. We're not trying to push nothing on you.
Right.
This ain't a church service. This ain't none of the religious stuff. But what we do here, a Man in the Mirror, we talk about what our experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our experience, because I have a relationship with Christ, man, today, and that's why I talk about it.
Right.
Because I have a relationship, and the relationship is one that he validates me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to get validated by the world.
Yeah.
And so when I'm talking about it, I'm talking about stuff. I'm talking about some of this actual facts, like they say now, facts. Because I can look at the evidence.
The thing about it, Boo, podcasts like these and the ones we do, and ministries and clothing lines and things like that. Most people quit because they didn't get the validation from man.
Yeah.
People don't stop things a lot of time because God told them to stop them. Yeah, you may go through a season. You may go through a time where, I remember one time I felt like on Facebook and Instagram I was popular. A lot of people knew about me, and I don't feel like we're no more. But that doesn't change the fact that I feel like I'm called. It's just that I understand seasons. I understand validation. I understand that, that some people may be like, you know what, I want to go to, since there's a wave of life, I'm just saying this to be honest, uh, for your person or your low self-esteem or your self-worth or to be validated or to feel like something, you may feel like I need to go to First Baptist Church of Glen Arden. You may feel like I need to go Ebenezer. I need to go to the pastor that skate church. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I need to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's just certain people that say, I meet people all the time. Oh, yeah.
Pastor Betty old church.
Exactly. And people tell me, "Oh, I go to the dude church that be skating, Bishop Bowles, or I go to First Baptist Church of Glen Arden." So when people tell me the church they go to, basically they're seeking validation.
That's their identity too.
That's their identity part of it. So you want me to be like, "Oh wow," but I don't care what church you go to. Me as a person, but to some people, that's almost, so many people may say, "Hey, let's not go to Pastor Q church," and people are like, "Oh, okay." But if you said, you go to Staples or you go to this particular church, people like to name drop. Name drop is also seeking validation. And whenever you go somewhere and somebody say, "Oh, Woody Wood, oh, that's my man, that's my man, that's my man." Oh, call Woody Woods up, actually, actually, do we know him? Yeah. And then he say, "Oh yeah, I know Boo John on past you." That's validation. Now people messing with me because
that's who you know.
Because of who I know. Yeah. They ain't even messing with me because they don't even. That's what I'm trying to say. So a lot of times we mess with people because listen, I don't care who you send my way and they say I know Boo Jones, I still need to know the person you send to me.
That's right.
Jesus I know. What did the devil say? Paul I know. Jesus I know. Who are you? Yeah. The devil said you ain't gonna use, you're trying to be validated. Using the name of Jesus. He said, but we don't know you. Yeah. Jesus said the same thing. Depart from me, you workers of iniquity. I never knew you. And he's basically saying, you were casting out demons. They said, Lord, we did all this. He said, yeah, you did all that stuff in front of people. And you were being validated in front of people. And everybody was saying that you was this, and this, and that. And you were. Yeah. I never validated you. Yeah. And you know what it is? And right now you got people who are being validated by other people, seeking approval or being approved. But the Bible says, what? Study to show yourself approved. That's your validation. Study to show yourself approval. Workman needed not to be ashamed, rightly divide the word of truth. So he says, you don't need to be validated if you're studying. Yeah. And then he said, man, faith without works is dead. A lot of times, if I don't understand something, man, I need to seek him who got all the answers, right? Yeah. Because he said, without the tree is known by its fruit. By its fruit, yeah, yeah. And that's what you do is who you are. Well, here's the thing about it, boy. You say something key. If I'm bearing fruit, do I need validation? I don't. That is the validation. That's validation right there. Yeah. So like. I don't need necessarily, validation. And I want people to understand this. Necessarily, if you are in the season, like you said, right, you're still cutting up, that don't mean you eat. It don't. It don't. It just means that that's the information you're working with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How people say you're a product of your environment. Right. So that's all you was fed. If you feed a computer gonna do what you fed it. Yeah. Right? It can't do nothing that ain't been fed, right? Right. But when you get fed something different, like this change, you get fed Christ Jesus, right? You know what's crazy is that I hear people tell me all the time, but they'll say things like, man, you're gonna grow, keep going, you're gonna grow. My thing is that I'm very successful. If you know me, I'm very successful. I'm blessed, man. I'm good. And I'm blessed like I got a mega church. Trust me, you know me, you know how I live, you know what I'm saying? But people think that in order to be validated, I need 500 members. Yeah. Well, I serve a man who had 12 people following him and turn the world upside down. So you got 400 people following. Y'all ain't doing
Ain't
nothing.
no change.
Ain't no change. But you know. You see what I'm saying? But we look at success based off numbers. And that very same God, and you think about the book of Gideon, what did God do with Gideon? You got 22,000 soldiers, break them down to 10,000. Then take that 10,000 down to 3.
Yeah.
You know what he did?
300.
You know what he did, Abu? Man, I got 22,000 soldiers. God said, okay, now you have 10. Dang, I got 10,000. God says, now you got 300. Ain't no more validation.
I'm glad you said that because they made a movie based on that.
300.
Yeah, the movie, right?
Yeah.
And it was one part in there that was.
I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna let you say it though.
Yeah, it was one part when the countrymen came to help them fight.
Yeah, that's my part. That's my favorite part.
And the countryman said, "You only got 300 soldiers. Xerxes got millions."
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
He said,
"What do you do?"
He asked all of them. He said,
Yeah.
he said, "What?" He said, "I'll show you something." Leonardo said, "What do you do?" He said, "I'm a baker." What
Yeah.
are you, a carpenter?
Yeah.
I'm a blacksmith.
Yeah.
He looked at the 300. He said, "What are your occupation?"
Yeah.
They said, "Oh,
yeah.
He said, Number warriors.
Number warriors.
Number warriors. We don't do nothing else."
And that's what the thing about Gideon is.
I think that's what God looked for.
That's what God told me. He said, "Listen, you have 22,000 soldiers, but only 300 men of God that I approve of."
Yeah.
And if you look at your circle and God, I mean, listen, you got 5,000 friends on Facebook, but you probably got 5 or 10 prayer warriors in that 5,000.
or genuine people who care.
Genuine people who care. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like we always look at, like I say, quantity versus quality. The older you get in your life and the mature your growth and development, you don't want no quantity of people. You need quality people in your life.
And that's a whole nother segment right there.
Yeah, we made throw it on the next one. That's the next topic.
That's a whole nother
quantity versus quality. Yeah. I mean, in your life, and that's why people start saying things like, "Man, you know what? It's time for me to smaller my circle. I'm cutting people." No. So much you cutting people off. You just realize that you're around a lot of people, and a lot of people don't possess any type of qualities, no substance. So it's like I'm just around a bunch of people for the sake of being around a lot of people. But I'm not. But the thing about it is, I'm not getting nothing for myself.
You ever see a game? We got the NBA going on right now.
Right. Yeah.
And the first 2 games with overtime. Right.
That's great. The both of them was 1-on-1.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah.
But the point is, a lot of times in those instances, we talking about that validation, right?
Right.
A lot of times in those instances, the crowd thin out early.
Right.
Especially when your team down.
Right.
Maybe like for example, New York was down in the fourth quarter, 22 points.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right? Yeah. I watched that. James Harden started playing like James Evans.
Yeah. So, but the point I'm making is, usually in that instant, the crowd thin out. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't.
They didn't know that.
They didn't.
No,
they didn't.
But that's not normal. Normally, the crowd thin out.
Yeah.
If you've seen most games and it look like in the fourth quarter they down and they're not playing well,
right?
You'll start seeing people walking towards the door. You know, right?
Hey, Boo, check this, right? We're in the era, and you'll agree to this, and like where I'm going. And you know, I'm a little bit, and I say into the secular, but it's like, you know, Drake drops his new album, right? And everybody's saying he the GOAT. LeBron James, people saying who the GOAT between Michael Jordan and LeBron. Let me tell you something. You know what Jordan said the other day? He said he don't consider himself the GOAT.
Because the Earls do.
Listen, the thing about it is, Jordan doesn't have to say he's the GOAT. Yeah. You know what? The evidence says it.
The evidence.
You don't have to be the self-proclaimed GOAT.
Yeah.
They wanted Jesus to say, listen, maybe one time in the Bible he said it, and I'll get it. But when Jesus said, "You have seen me," you have seen the Father. You know what they wanted him to say? I am God. He never thought, he didn't think it was robbery to be considered equal.
But he didn't.
So they kept, are you him? Listen, I don't have to tell you I'm God. I don't have to tell you I'm the GOAT. It's evident. My shoes are still selling. It's evident that all the players that came behind me are compared to me. If I'm not the GOAT, they would. Do you compare LeBron James to Larry Bird? Do you compare him to Isaiah Thomas? You only compare him to who? Michael Jordan.
Right.
So if he's not the GOAT, why is the comparison?
Yeah, why compare to him?
If people say, hey man, guess what? When people tell me I ain't competing against you, yeah, but you look to me for the competition. You're not going nowhere else. So what I'm trying to say is that Jordan doesn't have to say he's the GOAT.
He don't have to validate himself.
It's evident.
His very works.
So my thing is Jesus.
Didn't Jesus say that?
Yeah.
He said, if you
You don't believe me, believe the very works.
Yeah.
So I remember I said when I was in my younger days, and this one people used to teach me, don't study the Bible to argue the Bible.
No.
And, you may be in an argument or a deliberation or something with somebody of another faith, and they'll say, show me in the Bible Jesus said he's God. Listen, or let me say this, not even that. Show me evidence, or listen, God doesn't have to come down and tell you he's God or he exists. There's too much evidence that he does. He doesn't have to prove himself. He already has proven himself. And people are like, well, I want God to show me he real.
What was the name of the show?
Man in the Mirror.
Evidence.
Yeah, well, it's the thing about this. There's already
evidence right
there's
there.
already evidence.
Evidence
of
right there.
God doesn't have to wake you up every day and validate himself. But the validation that people have come up with when they say things like, look at God. If you want to find him, if you seek him, if you want to see him, you can see him. If you want to act like he's not there, well, you can do that too. But I think there's way too much evidence that God is not dead and God does exist.
So what we saying, right? And I think I could also vouch for Pastor Q on this one. We're saying, man, if you're seeking any kind of validation, the only one that really counts. Because
you'll be passed around.
Yeah. It's only one that really counts, man.
And a lot of times, people, I'm gonna tell you what, man. Believe it or not, this is true, and you'll notice to be true. Some of and I'm not gonna deem people good or bad, but I'll say this, boo. Some of the worst people have some of the most positive posts. I'm trying to say is that they do all the posting and lives and all that, trying to show that they're good. And so many people are out here, social media, and doing this and posting all these inspirational quotes, this and that, trying to be validated or shown to be someone good, right? You don't have to do that. If you're good, you're good. It shows. You don't, people be like, well, some people help people in public, but not in private. Okay. So if I'm around you, I'm giving people dollars, I'm helping people, doing all that in public because I'm trying to be validated for being a good person.
Yeah.
But guess what? There's a lot of things that you do and I do. Camera's not rolling, live's not on. There's a lot of good things that you and I do, and I don't tell nobody about it. You know what? Because I don't need validation. But know what? If you need validation, God put it upon my heart.
You already got your award.
Yeah.
The validation is your award.
God put it upon my heart to do this. I was here. God put it upon my heart to do that. God put it upon my heart. Well, listen, if God seen you do it, and the person you did it for, you did it, hey, you telling me for?
Enough said.
Well, what do you want from me? What you want, a data boy? You want a pat on the
He
back?
said that.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? That's what people want.
Yeah,
So when your
That's good.
testimony, he said, you know, whatever you do in secret, your father will reward you openly for what you're doing. That's why he says go into your prayer closet, because the prayer,
Sincere.
the prayer that's in secret. Because a lot of times he said, don't be like the religious people, the Pharisees, the Sadducees who go out in the open. They say these lofty prayers in public so that they can be seen by men.
Sound spiritual and religious. And
They say they doing all that to be seen because they want your validation. He said, if you really with me, man, go in your prayer closet. You know what? People love to pray out in church, love to pray at the bank, love to pray outside. And God be saying, go in your prayer closet and do what you just did in front of the church. You can't do it. Guess what? And it's another thing you'll love about this, boo. People shout, praise, jump up and down in front of other people. Be at home depressed. Why you don't do that same praise dance in your living room? Ain't nobody watching.
That's right.
Why you ain't catching them tongues and Holy Ghost when ain't nobody watching? Because you in church looking for validation. You want to be seen as the person who break out in the, I don't know, your war dance, your war praise, you're speaking in tongue. Yeah, because you got an audience.
Right. The validation.
But I don't see y'all do that at home with nobody watching. I bet you 90% of people who shout in the church don't shout at home. Who that's for? All that running around the church and running up and doing that, man, that's a goddamn show.
I told you, most of the time, man, that's why what we do here, man, we get to exact nature, because it's no good. I put it like this. Jesus said, when Jesus sent them out 2 by 2, they said, what we gonna do? He said, man, do everything you observe me do.
Right.
So basically, like, it's no good if we're not giving you the blueprint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to piggyback on what you said,
right.
Like, the blueprint is, man, that the personal relationship is validation enough.
Yeah.
The personal relationship with Christ, with God, is the validation enough. On that note, I had to tell you, man, my grandmother who helped raise me, she died when my father's mom, she died when I was 14.
Mm.
And on her deathbed, she said, take heed, because when I leave, you ain't gonna have nobody but God. I think I said.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
And man, I didn't understand it back then.
Yeah.
Now it makes perfectly good sense. So now I don't have to seek validation, because as a kid, we seek.
You seek it until you find yourself.
Till you find yourself.
And then once you find yourself, and I'm gonna tell you what, the difference between King Saul and King David. We always love to say King David was a man after God's own heart. Meaning, you know what that meant? He's only after the validation of God. Saul was the validation of people.
Yeah. That's what the difference was.
That was the difference.
Big difference.
One man wanted to be validated by God. I mean, here's the thing. When you get to this place of maturity and knowing yourself, and you know what God says about you, ain't nothing nobody can tell you.
Yeah.
About who you are, where you going, what you can and cannot do.
And he gave us the examples, though. He gave us the examples.
Yeah, people like, man, you think I can do this? What? You need me to tell you that? You don't need to be doing it.
That's that validation. So if I don't say you can do it, then you ain't even gonna attempt.
So when you ask me, do you think you can do it? Well, man, who are you? Who sent you? I mean, because a lot of times you asking me, can you do something that only God can do? Listen, I don't believe you can do nothing, but I can believe God can do anything.
That's right.
So you want me to validate something, even if I believe you can do it, that don't mean you can do it.
Yeah. That's why it's so important, man, that we go back to the what we call the shows, man, in the mirror. Like, You might can dunk a basketball court from the ground.
Right.
I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And I know my limitations in that area.
Right.
I might can do something else that you don't do. That's why, it says unwise for a man to compare himself with someone else, because everybody got their own flight. Everybody got their own personal relationship. Like you said, even on this level, everybody got a different relationship with different people.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? My relationship with my family, even my family, different relationship with each person.
You know what, man? We talk go-go, and I hear people say, man, Push Play the hottest band. I don't think Push Play better than RE. That's just my thing.
That's their perception.
But everybody's validating that. And just because everybody say that this is the hottest band,
you go jump on.
I supposed to jump on that too? No, I like RE since I was a kid. I'm a Razor's fan. That's just who I am. And I'm not gonna let a wave come through and tell me that Donnell Floyd is doing better than White Boy and them. I'm not gonna let a popularity contest validate and say, yeah, they are the hottest band. Most popular right now. Everybody had a season.
Everybody get a chat. That's true.
But what's RE say? Wickedest man alive. You know why? It's proven. It's proven.
I'm a RE fan to the end, right?
It's proven though, boy. My thing is,
it's different. It's different to me.
It's different eras in it. Yeah,
it's different eras.
But what I'm trying to say is that let's talk about the longevity.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Push Play just getting started. The guy that from Push Play come from this RE. Okay, so
that's the songs that they like.
Yeah. So my thing is that at the end of the day, I'm saying I'm looking at longevity and evidence. And if I look at it, it looks like you're having your time right now, but this show improved. This is always going to be around. Like, perfect example. They're always creating new ways, new religions, new pastors, new preachers to follow. But at the end of the day, it's coming right back to the Christ. There's always a new pastor. There's a new Geno Jenkins. There's a new this guy. There's a new Pete. It's always a new person. But guess what? Once they fall into lucre, lust, or whatever like that, we go right back to Jesus. We go right back to Christ. Because we always trying to validate who we should be listening to, what we should be doing, what we should be wearing.
See, and I'm glad you touched on that. Like I said, even though the topic is validation, it's so many branches.
It's a lot of branches to it.
Yeah. I'll tell you, like the first when you just hit right, we look into others for validation, or to help validate this person because it's popular. So we be validated. Yeah. We validate them, but then we forget, man, that all of us. I don't care if you're the pastor. Or you the lady at the front desk, the door. All of us got the same calling. It's the ministry of reconciliation.
Yeah.
All of us got that. Now, how you do it maybe what you do as a pastor, but at that front door, an act of kindness, because that's where he said he drew us from.
Yeah.
He said, through kindness have I drawn. I mean, through love. He's drawn us with love. So
it's a big thing. It's still acceptance.
Yeah, that's the key.
A big part of that was that, and going to something that you said, Boo, and let's touch here. I want to go to the root of something because you started at the root. Is it safe to say that first and foremost, validation starts in the home? Validation starts here. Yeah. Okay. If you haven't received it here as a youngin, train up a child the way to go with those guys apart. Your validation starts with your parents.
How you been programmed?
How you been raised. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, you'll go out here trying to, like, perfect example, man. These kids nowadays shoot and kill you and sit over to jail wearing a belt saying that I killed this person, I did this and that, wanting valid. Somebody kill you right now just for validation, recognition, just for rep. You know what I'm saying?
That thing powerful.
Yeah, and I'm trying to tell you, people do that right now. Somebody will take you out or because they want to be validated, and that's what it is. It's bad, but people want that acceptance, that love, and that validation turns itself into love, boo, because it's like, you know what, man?
Yeah, that's powerful.
I just want to be a part of something. That's when people join gangs.
Yeah, to be a part of something.
Be a part of something. To be validated, to feel attached to something, to have some type of self-worth. You know what I'm saying? I want, man, oh, that's my man. Every time I meet a dude, yeah, my man got that. You always telling me what your man got. Your man got a car like mine, clothes like mine, something like mine. Yeah. It's always what your man got. Yeah. And you ain't got nothing. But you always around people. That's why you got men groupies, women groupies. Yeah. You got groupies in these bands.
And I'm gonna tell you,
they want validation. People take pictures to be validated. Oh, I see you in the picture with Slim. That's my man. Sometimes ain't nothing but validation, man. Oh, you know him? Then people see you know him. You family. Man, I'm not bringing nobody in that's a Jew that's based off a picture. Man could be then told snitch. He could not be a good, he can not. Yeah, he
trying to be solid over you.
Yeah, man, listen, I'm not. Listen, the Italians got a phrase. A friend of yours or a friend of mine. Yeah. That's a friend of yours. Yeah. Not a friend of ours. Yeah. And people like, Q, this my man. That's your friend. Yeah. Now, when I get to know him, he's a friend of ours. Yeah. Yeah. Right now, he's a friend of yours. You know what a friend of yours means? You're responsible for them. Right. When he become a friend of ours, that means I accept him as well. But just because you in pictures with dude and you say he cool, that's your friend. Yeah, yeah. And I'm not befriending your friend. And you say he cool,
and that's how they care.
I don't know him to be cool. I don't know him to be a real G, real nigga, whatever you want to call him. That's what you see. Yeah. I'm not validating that, not stamping that. Right. Just because he be around you, I don't stamp that. Just because he be around 37, he be around connoisseurs. Or he say he yell uptown. I'm not stamping. I'm not validating no man yelling no neighborhood. I'm not validating no Maryland dude validating a DC neighborhood. Yeah. And I'm not validating no DC dude that's validating the Maryland. You know what I'm saying? I'm back and forth. So basically, when you out here screaming a neighborhood that you don't have no property in, don't live around there, you only go around in the weekends, you got a cousin or something from around there. You looking for validation, you be around this way, you be around 22nd, you be around, Lincoln Heights and this and this and that. Man, nah, you looking for validation because it's dude that's really got blood, sweat, and tears on that block, and you claiming that, and you ain't been out there and been through that. Yeah, yeah. And everybody keep talking about they from the city, nigga, you from Maryland. And just because you from Maryland don't make you no less of. And just because you listen, there's some suckers that live in the city. Everywhere. There's some gangsters that lived in Landover. Everywhere. There's some gangsters that lived in Glen Arden. There's some gangsters that live in Oxon Hill. And there's some suckers in Southwest. Everywhere. And when I was in the feds, all of them snitched. From Virginia to DC to Maryland. Yeah, all of them. So all of them told. It doesn't matter where they was from. Killers came from everywhere. Yeah. So you ain't gonna tell me, yeah, I'm from this neighborhood. I don't care nothing about that. What they say, it ain't where you from, where you at. Yeah. And you better know where you at with that. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I be around people, yeah, that's my man. You naming NBA players, or you naming Eddie Van, or you naming dudes with stores, dudes that supposedly have money. They got money. You don't have money. That's validation, man. It's mean. You see what I'm saying? Oh, that's my man. That's my man. Yeah. Man, I ain't doing that for no dude, man. I ain't got to do that. That's like, man, perfect example. I mean, one time I had to tell a dude, they used to call me as a go out when I used to hang around Quake. That's Earthquake nephew. And you know, I met a lot of people, boo, being earthquake nephew.
Yeah.
And then I got to a place I said, I don't want to be earthquake nephew no more. I'm past the cute. Nigga, I'm me.
Yeah.
And I'm known for this. And then you know what? It's to a point right now, nothing against my uncle. He do what he do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be out here screaming, I'm earthquake nephew. I'm not doing that. Because I'm me, I'm building my own legacy.
I give you a good example. We ain't even gotta go far. We just go with you and me, right?
Yeah.
We met years ago.
Exactly.
Right? You come on the show and we start forming a relationship. We didn't say, oh man, that's my man.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And then you didn't come on the show on the strip. I didn't even know you was earthquake nephew.
And a lot of people don't know that.
You understand
what I'm saying? But my thing is I tell people, listen.
And you got to treat the difference.
So when somebody find out I'm earthquake nephew, you know what they say? You didn't give me some tickets. That's what you can do. You can go buy the ticket.
Yeah.
You don't need to know his nephew.
And I'm gonna give you a good example. I know your other before, right?
Right.
I didn't know he was earthquake. Me and him got our own relationship. I didn't know he was earthquake brother or nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Ty, right?
People build relationships, boo, based off of stuff like that. That's why people go, yeah, man, you know I'm earthquake nephew. Man, at the time, listen, I go places now, I'm past the queue. Yeah. I put the time in, I put the lives in. I've been doing this. People know I don't want to be known as nobody's nephew. No, I mean I ain't nephew Tommy. Steve Harvey ain't my damn uncle. I don't want to get, it is about who you know. I get that.
That's life, but validation. You talking about the validation.
But man, that man put his own work in. I'm not riding up Nick coattail.
Yeah, but here's a hit though. And you've been driving it, right? But this the hit. Is your character or you got character? See, that's the difference. That's the difference because me myself, I love everybody. I'm just that type of person. But the circle, it's got to be people of substance with character. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's got to be character.
Well, here's the thing, boo. I come up in this town, in this, the system, and I'm always around niggas say, yeah, he used to run with Rayful. Man, me personally, man, that don't do nothing for me. Right. I don't care if you ran with Ray, you ran with Tony, you ran with Kurt Bone, none of them. Man, listen, let me see your paperwork. Because that don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Let me see your paperwork, man. Yeah. I don't care. Frank Lucas, American Gangster, Alpo, Wayne I don't care who you related to, where you used to be. Man, what's your paperwork? I'm not calling nobody and ask them who you are. Man, right here, right now, you show me the type of man you are by how you treat me, how I treat you. You show me who you are in this relationship between me and you. I'm not calling nobody to validate you, see how many bodies you got, and you telling me you had some money in the 80s. Then you got the money now. You know what I'm saying? Who are you now? I don't care nothing about who you used to be.
And I'm gonna tell you this: money or title, it don't impress me.
But that's validation.
Yeah, it don't impress me.
You meet somebody,
show me your character. Show me.
That's it right there.
Show me your integrity.
If you got character and integrity, you don't need to be validated.
Yeah, that's listen, I said for myself, I'd rather be clothed in integrity than in fine garments.
Man, ain't nobody got to tell nobody I'm a good dude. Even if somebody, listen, I got a lot of people that say I'm a bad dude. I don't care. I know I'm a good dude. Yeah. And I'm
Who know it?
Let me say this. I'm not about to try to go and prove either to somebody that I'm a good person. Listen, people have said all type of stuff about me. You know what I say? Man, believe it. If you heard something about me, believe it. If that keeps you on that side of the street, away from me, man, believe anything negative you hear about me. I'm not about to clear it up, and I don't care. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it.
And
you get to know me for yourself, and I bet I don't owe you nothing. I bet I ain't did nothing wrong to you. Yeah. You disliking me based off of something somebody else told you.
Yeah, I had that happen with a dude in Go-Go, and I never deal with this dude at all.
Right.
And he had told somebody, "Don't get in my band, because you might not get paid." I said, yeah, on Facebook, man.
Right.
And I'm like, I inbox. I said, dude, well, I don't even know you, Slim.
Yeah.
I said, I never did with you.
Something he heard.
But
You know.
that's that's how the slander started, right?
Yeah.
It started like that from one little spot, right?
Right.
And because people like to jump on anything negative, and I wanted to say that to segue into what I was gonna say.
Uh-huh.
The third of the angels left paradise, left the presence of God.
Yeah.
See, that's how this stuff started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, not validation, we talking about facts. You can give any band member I ever had, and they'll tell you I not only paid them, I had envelopes. That's how I used to do my business.
Right.
I had envelopes for the sound man because I do events too. I had envelopes for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't looking to see what the door would do. Because if I can't, this talking about wisdom. If I can't afford it, then I don't need to be doing it. Because I can't determine who's going to come through that door. Mm-hmm. In the same sense, I can't determine who's going to watch the show. I can't determine none of that. My job is to be obedient and do it.
Let me say this. Boo, people do a live, record a live. After the live, what we program to do in the social media world is to go back and see how many people looked at the live. And then if it's not to our liking, we don't feel good about the live. What about preaching the message? What about doing the podcast, feeling good about knowing you're walking in your purpose and doing what you're supposed to do and say at the end of the day, I did my best. I put my best foot forward. Me and Q had the best conversation. So when I get off of here, and I ain't got 10,000 views, you know what?
Hey, Q never had them, right? And I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying, though. I'm getting to a place to say, like, okay, so that says what? I don't need to be validated.
I don't need it.
I'm okay. I'm okay with this.
We doing the work, right?
Yeah.
And who get the increase?
Yeah, that's my God.
So guess what? We might not know how God do it, right? It might be one person listen to that song, right?
Yeah.
And from that one person,
mm-hmm.
they might be the ones that touch millions. But you touch that one person.
Listen, what have I told you, right? 10,000 people watching you, right? 2 people learn from you. The other 9,000 laughed at you. But what do you see? I just see 10,000 people.
I'm gonna tell you something now.
2 of them learn from you.
You might not know.
Yeah.
That they do this on Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, if you post something, right, it'll tell you how many people looked at it.
Yeah, in your story.
It'll tell you how many people looked at it. Yeah. Now you might only have one comment and about 5
people watched it.
Yeah, but so one thing you can't do is unwatched. So Jesus would say something.
Yeah. Some people watch you.
He talking about the seeds
without clicking on it because they don't even want you to know they on there.
Yeah, the seeds.
Yeah,
the seeds, man. But see, that's on them because I'm doing the work of Him who sent me. Just like you doing the work.
Yeah,
I'm doing the work, and guess what?
And then you understand what is your purpose. So my thing is that is your purpose to be validated is because I'm gonna tell you what, sometimes people do these platforms to be popular, to be famous, to be liked, or is my purpose to just inform or help a few people?
That's it.
And if you're a man in the mirror,
and it's not even that. Yeah. My purpose is to do what he told me.
Like I say, that's what I'm saying. So if my ministry, if God gave me a message, and on that Sunday, I helped 2 people, it's wrong for me to say, man, ain't nobody watching me or supporting me. Yeah, that's what the world want me to think. That's how my flesh think.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if I helped the 2 people and I did what I was supposed to do, I said, yeah.
Let me tell you something.
What more I can want.
I told our camera person, before you got here, I said it's gonna probably be just me and Q. So now watch this though. But here's a hit. It's more than enough. And I also said if Q can't make it for some strange reason, I'm gonna do so.
Well, that's the thing about it. I've been there before too, and I'm glad you said that. And I know what that's like. You know, I'm pressed through is that I've done my service with just my phone. You got to be prepared, and you already know that. You know, sometimes the call and the test is to see if you're going to go with nobody. Sometimes you got to go alone.
You got to go because that's what Jesus did. Then.
Yeah. Sometimes, listen. Let me say what
this cup you're gonna drink from.
Yeah. Sometimes, man, you know what? It's set up. Some days to do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Some days you have help.
Some
days you don't. But guess what? That day that you didn't have help, that was a day too.
Day two.
And the day you had help, that was a day. And guess what? You're going to get paid for both of them. But there's going to be challenges both days. One day may be a little easier, one day a little harder. But guess what? That day I didn't help, that day I didn't have help, the day nobody showed up, that was humbling.
Yeah.
That did something. You gotta understand, man. I'm gonna tell you what, man. You know, people don't understand this, and I'll speak on this, and I'm gonna jump off because it's not even a topic. But
it is really validation.
Yeah, but to sit in front of a church or to sit in a platform where you have invited people and nobody shows up, that does something to an individual, whether you want to receive it or not. Do you know the emotions and the thoughts, the disappointments that go behind that you have to silence, the volume that you have to turn down, and the encouragement that has to be turned up when nobody shows up? Do you know what goes through your mind? And do you know what it takes to be able to motivate yourself and to clear your mind and to say, hey, I don't know why nobody's showing up for me, but I thank God that he's given me the opportunity of the platform he still provided. I can't focus on that. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but I'm not about to get into a woe is me and nobody likes me, nobody support me. I'm there for people, people not there for me. I can accept all those voices, or I can turn those down and turn up and say, hey, listen, you know what? I thank God for the opportunity to have this platform. I thank God that I can do it. Which voices do you want to accept? It's up to you.
And you know, in the company of all the great ones that God has put on this earth, a lot of them was lonely. A lot of them was by themselves. Now, I ain't saying lonely.
No, not lonely, but listen, development character is built alone.
Yeah,
it is.
A lot of them was on loan.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. I became who I became, and I'm not saying not without people, but I'm here today because of some single battles. Yeah, I learned how to go without, or to be able to show up without. You know, one thing, but I'll talk like this in the band. Most bands will say before somebody start, you know what people say? Say we supposed to start at 7, right? And we look out and say, man, wait till more people get. You know what people say? Start at 7. Yeah. Start at 7. If you say you're gonna start at 7, but you say, I'm waiting for a few more people to come. Nah, man. I ain't waiting. I'm going. They can come in. But that's what people do. And guess what? If you allow people to dictate when you start, you're never going to stop. So guess what? You start without them. And most people right now are waiting for somebody to show up for them to start. If I start selling dinners, you're going to buy them? Man, start selling the dinners.
Don't worry about it.
Start cooking.
Yeah.
You need an audience first. You need people to stand in the line first.
Right.
You don't go on your phone and let me see how many people live before we start.
Hey, look, check it out. It's an old saying. I don't know who made it, but it's on the lines. He said, if we build it,
They will come.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah.
Well, Noah, I mean, since you want to stay to be there, Noah didn't say, okay, God, where's the animals?
Yeah. It don't look like rain.
Yeah.
He said,
No. He didn't wait for the animals. Listen, but guess what? Today's
it
world,
wasn't even no water.
people
Right?
wanted to listen. In today's world, God, show me all animals, now start building the ark.
That's the mentality.
That's the mentality.
Yeah.
Right? Show me the animals, now build the ark.
Yeah.
God says build the ark, and I'll show you the animals.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crushing. It had never rained on the earth. There's no evidence of it.
Yeah.
And you're telling me to build a vessel that rain is going to take away. The only thing we've ever seen God is do. There's no evidence of that. But but the evidence is there are some animals out here. Yeah. And where's the other evidence? The gopher wood. I'm giving it to you.
Yeah, I'm giving you that.
Okay, build it, and I'll bring the animals. Yeah. That's the people saying, I don't have no support. Ain't nobody around me support me. God said, you ain't built nothing. And guess what? The second part of that is this. If God tell you to build something, the people that you think gonna support you ain't gonna support you.
He gonna bring the people.
He gonna bring people. They're not gonna look nothing like the people you see or the people that you already know. You know what he's gonna bring? Strangers.
Every time.
And that's the people you can't see.
So like
yeah.
I always go personal, right? Because I only can tell my story.
You can tell your story. Yeah.
Yeah. I see the evidence. Like, can't nobody tell me it ain't no God. Can't nobody tell me that I'm with the wrong one. Because I done seen the evidence. I give you a good example. Earlier of the week, I told you what I do. Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So not getting no support, right?
Right.
So I'm sitting there, right? And one of my coworkers come in. Mm-hmm. It's me and him, right? And before I got there, I had just asked God something real simple. I said, God, at least let me get 10 people
right.
to come in, you know what I'm saying? So we can have the event, right?
Right.
So, man, it started trickling in. It was 12 people. Mm. More than enough. It was 12 people. Now, the thing about it is usually this certain sect of people will come. That fill the room up, but they couldn't come. Mm-hmm. That's really the helping more newcomers. You know what I'm saying? But it was 12 people. Yeah. And all those, that's the evidence, just evidence on top of evidence. It might not seem like nothing big. Yeah. He said, you have not. I done been there when it was nobody. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't ask either. You know. I didn't even ask those times when it was nobody. I didn't ask.
I'm gonna tell you what validation, how I got out of validation. If anybody listen, when I didn't have the people to support me, or what God did was continue to fund what I was doing. Yeah. Without the people. So what he was teaching me was that because if people make you, people can break you. If
he want to show this him.
Yeah. And so what God will do, what God did for me is that he said, listen, I can do what you want me to do or what you believe for me to do without a lot of people. So that's why I'm never, two things about me. I'm never afraid to say what God has told me to say because I know that even if the biggest tither leave, God got me. Yeah. I'm never afraid to say what's on my heart. And it's not that I'm afraid, I'm about offending anyone. But I used to have a saying, I mean, one person said they left my church because I have this saying, I say, this is my church, nobody gonna put me out. I mean that dearly because I know that no member makes me, I don't have one person in my church, and I say this from a warm place. I'm not afraid of losing any member. I'm not afraid of losing anybody. And let me say this: I don't want to appreciate. I appreciate everybody, but what I'm trying to say is that I'm not.
You're not the
going
source.
to.
You're not the source.
Yeah, I'm not going to walk on eggshells, or I'm not going to say anything different, do anything different, and spare your feelings because you give $50 or you give $100 or you give $200, and I'm afraid of losing that because I've seen people come and go and take their money with them, and I haven't missed a car payment, and I still can go do whatever I want to do. So when you tell me that through 15 years of ministry, and I've been supported, and throughout all of that, I've changed, crew members like a McDonald's, and through all of that, only thing has changed is the people, but my lifestyle and what I can do is still the same. I don't need no validation. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So basically, I'm not pressing for validation. And you guess what that comes off like, though, boo? That's saying that looks arrogance.
Yeah.
It looks arrogant.
Yeah, I
to
deal,
people.
I deal with it all the time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And people say, man,
because
the
rest assurance.
Yeah.
But
I'm arrogant because
they thought Jesus was arrogant.
Yeah, well,
you think they didn't think he was arrogant?
People think, well, listen, you come off as conceited and arrogant when you have self-worth and you don't need to be validated.
Right.
And when somebody like people say you think you like that. No, I don't need your damn validation.
Two things.
You can listen real quick.
Okay.
Remember, hold your thought though. I don't need nobody to tell me I look good, I'm doing good. I know that. And that's arrogant. No, because guess what? You need to walk in a room and somebody say, I love your hair, I love your shoes, I love your car. Oh, that's nice. I already know that. And that's arrogant to people. No, I don't need you to say, I like them shoes. I like them first. I like your coat. I liked it first. I like your car. I liked it first. I like your girl. I liked her first. I liked it first. So I don't need you to tip, because guess what? People feel better about it when they say a compliment. I don't need that compliment.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm so proud of you.
Proud of you, man. I don't need nobody to tell me they proud of me. Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Unless you're my uncle, and I don't need the validation.
I don't do well with compliments because.
But like for example,
people
if I know you care about me, let me tell you this. Yeah. It's a difference, and let me verify. If I know you care about me, genuinely care about me,
that's cool. Yeah.
See, I know where it's coming from.
Yeah, but losers most of the time needs confidence. And I'm not saying it because I only receive compliments from, like you say, genuine people.
Yeah.
Compliments, because I'm gonna tell you what, I could be standing by somebody who has less than me, and a person will give that person a compliment and never give it to me. I don't need a compliment.
No.
I have my own. So it's like what I'm trying to say is that if I don't have to walk into a room and somebody say, man, I like them shoes. I like them. Yeah, and I wouldn't buy that.
Okay.
Good. I bought it. I didn't buy it because listen.
Because you won.
Let's touch this real quick. Boo. Why the hell is people standing in line for Jordans?
I ain't gonna stand out.
Hours, right? But why? For validation. Because I want to be seen with if I get them.
Yeah. Then I'm here.
Validation.
Yeah.
You got the new.
Oh, you got the new. I don't know the numbers. I
got the fours.
I got a cousin. He know all the numbers.
Right. But I'm saying, listen. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. To me personally, and to other people, that looks insane.
Out there all night.
Yeah. Right. Okay. But as you stand in line for Jordans, some people stand in line for Commanders tickets, sleep outside for concert tickets, sleep outside for Beyonce tickets. So what I'm trying to say is that everything is not validation. Some things are just think because you want it. And people may say, you spent all that money on that. If I was you, I wouldn't do that.
You ain't me.
Guess what? I didn't buy it for you. I bought it for me. When people say, man, I wouldn't have bought that. Yeah, so that's why I didn't ask you to go in with me.
That's why I put a pin on it when you say hold that. I'm talking about acceptance, right?
Yeah.
One of the acceptance, man, I had to accept, man, that I don't need anything other than my creator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And self-acceptance, man. Like we talked about, I told you what that man told me.
Yeah.
Once I accept myself, man, I'm cool.
You need God.
Yeah, but I do need him. See, I had to accept that I need him because everything, man, he said he's strong in my weakness. Yeah. I had been abased and I've been abound. You know what I'm saying? So I know from being powerless at some point.
Let me say this, man. That you said that boy was powerful. You know what God did? He took away Job's validation, everything that made him Job.
Yeah, that's right. I've been there.
Well, hold up. That's actually wrong because the thing that made him Job was God.
It was the relationship with him.
But guess what people say? God took everything away from Job.
No, he didn't. He didn't take him away.
He didn't take him away. But look what we validate. Yeah. Job had everything.
All the things.
And he said, he told Abraham, he said, listen, I am your exceedingly and great reward. That's why we can lose everything. As long as you got God, he's the source.
Now check it out. For everything that we striving to do to please God, right?
Right.
He said, and your reward is with me. That's what he said.
You can lose everything.
He said your reward is with me.
As long as you don't lose God. People keep talking about what Job lost.
He never lost God.
What did he keep?
So when my grandmother said,
relationship with God.
When my grandmother said that, and now the fire is really burning because I understand what she meant.
Yeah.
When she said that you gonna have take care, you gonna have God. She said I'm gonna have God, and now I know, man, that's all I ever needed.
Well, the thing about it, the development and character building of a man is when God takes everything away from him and God validates that man. And, a lot of times God will strip you of the things that you believe validate you or make you or give you worth. And even Job said, the thing that he feared most have come upon him. So my thing is that if God has to remove something, because sometimes God has to remove things to show you who you are. And that's what he did, did that with Job too. He'll remove all the validations. And, I remember, we go out, boo, and I'm gonna tell you what, and I'm, some people, and I hate to say this, it's just true to the fact is that, why some people out every night because they're seeking validation. Or, man, I remember one time I had a buddy of mine who we used to go out, and if white boy ain't say his name or Chuck ain't say their name, he ain't have a good night, And I'm fine going to a club, man, and
not
be seen.
Yeah.
But guess what? Guess what they found out in clubs, right? I can take a $30 bottle of champagne, right, and put it at a table, and sell that table for $500 to $1,000 with a $30 bottle of alcohol. And they say, how can I do that? How can you do that? Because the person that buys the table is seeking what? Validation. Because basically, I could go buy that same bottle of Don Julio or Don Perignon or bottle of Rosé for $30. But why at the club does the table with the bottles cost me $500 to $1,000? Because the validation and what it looks like. That same bottle is marked up over 100 times for a section like this. Yeah. Because validation, guess what the girls say? Oh, they got a table. Guess what the men say? They got a table.
Now, I'm going to tell you something this right here. And it's funny. It's funny. And we'll go through everything we talked about when it concerns validation, right? But we have more team spirit and more dedication to a sports team than we will with God.
Well, it's the same. It's the same. Well, hold on. Now, let's since she gonna stay there, let's stay there. I watch all these Spurs fans now with Wembanyama, and then when the Cowboys win, all these Cowboy fans. Every time
somebody winning,
Oklahoma
ain't no fan.
Yeah, y'all have been Thunder's fans since Kevin Durant.
I haven't seen nobody.
And James Harden and Westbrook. But what I'm trying to tell you is that people quick to jump on something. Oh, that's my team. People follow winners. Validation. That's my mom. That's my squad.
We talk so much about Christ Jesus, right? But until he came back that third day and people started seeing him and he stayed for 40 days, nobody, they was ready to go in and go back fishing.
Listen, you ever wonder why? Listen, they told Peter, we know you walk with Jesus. We seen you with him. Peter said, not me. I didn't know.
It went popular.
Why didn't he be like, yeah, I'm man.
He went popular.
Well, he was afraid.
Yeah. He was afraid.
Yeah. And I said that to say this. Boo, you got this dude from Maryland, right? Temple Hills, claiming 37, right?
Yeah.
He going around telling people, hey man, I'm from 37, right? What if he told that to a person that said, yeah, we killing dudes from there?
Yeah.
You still want beef from around there?
Yeah. So now I'm glad you said that. We talking about being validated, right? It's a cup to go along with we talking about with Christ, right? So you want to say I'm the chosen, we get this a lot. We the chosen people. We the chosen people.
Right.
So okay, you chosen people. So you the people crucified.
Exactly.
Huh?
Yeah.
You crucified Christ.
Yeah.
If you the chosen people.
Oh, you a Christian? Oh, okay.
But you the one. Hold up.
Yeah.
He said he came to his people. His own
received him not.
And his own received him not.
Yeah.
And it was a popularity contest that says who got released.
Right.
And he lost.
Yeah, well, if you tell, like I'm saying,
so his own people was the ones got in the clique and said, kill him. Let's keep it real.
I bet you don't want to be from around there if they found out they beating up people from around there. Yeah. My cousin be around there. Okay, yeah, we beating up people.
Do you want the cup to go along with?
I bet you don't want the validation from that.
Yeah. That's the point we're making now. We're making the point that do you want the trials and tribulations to go along with, because it's gonna be one.
You know the thing about it, boo. Let me tell you this: it's just like anything else. I know dudes that been locked up like me, and they use that as validation. Oh yeah, Slim been locked up, but guess what? In this part of the world, that means something. In corporate America, I don't really care for nobody to know that. The white man don't. They give me no brownie points for doing 10 years. But guess what?
So you did 10 years, huh?
Yeah, 10 years. That's the dumbest thing you could have done.
Yeah.
But guess what? Though there's a group of people over here celebrating me for doing 10 years.
Yeah.
But this part of the world that I need to be concerned with doesn't think that was such a. They're not giving out no accolades for me doing 10 years. So guess what? This section of people thinks
that you're a hell of a guy.
I'm a hell of a guy. This person doesn't even want to hire me for that.
So y'all saying, little Jimmy them said,
yeah, exactly. No, real talk. So it's like
I'm a triple OG.
Exactly.
Because I did the 10.
I'm like, okay, yeah, 10 years. So you basically don't know anything about Microsoft or Word or anything like that. Basically, you've been 10 years. So yeah,
So we gotta hold out.
Yeah, but to your people, your peers,
the women got
your peers. That's something that validates Slim been locked up. Oh, I don't care nothing about that.
I'm gonna give you one. This person, man. I had some guys say, man, who can run? That ain't
to a certain group of people that means something.
Yeah.
But I don't think the people in your job right now care that you was knocking niggas out. I don't think they, come in the morning while you're sipping their coffee and looking at your resume. Did you notice that Boo didn't put on his resume? He was knocking niggas out, and that's why we brought him aboard. That's my colleague. Not only is he good showing up at work, but he be knocking niggas out back in the day. That's good barbershop talk.
Yeah.
That's not the corporate America that I desire to be in.
Yeah, that's not the validation.
That's not the validation I want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was a good cat burger.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need that,
I mean, we can't trust you.
Yeah. I mean, I want to be known for something else, I want to buy my house. That Q, yeah, one thing about my Q, my pastor, he sold them drugs. It's like, okay. Yeah. So basically, man, it's like, what do you want to be known for? Because we talking about while we're here being validated for stuff that don't even have no substance to it. But when you are with you already been validated by the only real person who can stamp the Let me talk about this as another part of validation too.
Yeah.
You ever notice that God has a way, Abraham, Jacob, Israel, God has a way of changing the name, right? You notice that when a person is done with validation, they don't care to be called the nickname or the name that they identified with them back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That's like perfect example. Like, yeah, that's Superhead. I don't think she want to be called Superhead. I don't think nobody still want to be called Big Bank Hank.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Certain names that follow you.
That went
with the validation.
Like my nickname Boo. It didn't come from the street.
Exactly.
My grandmother named me that when I was born.
Yeah.
So it was a term of endearment.
Yeah, but so I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is that certain names carry validation.
It's their identity.
It's identity, yeah, but it's identity. And it's almost like people like, you say, man, I don't even go by that no more. Right. I don't need that name no more. Don't validate. I'm going by my government. Yeah. And then somebody says, man, don't call me by my government. What's wrong with your government? Yeah. Why everybody running from their government? Yeah. It doesn't validate.
Isn't it? Now, what happens though, when this lifestyle changes, because it's a lifestyle change.
It's a lifestyle.
So when the lifestyle changes, right?
Yeah.
Then in those areas like we talked about in the corporate America,
yeah,
my government has a validation to it of integrity because of track record.
Yeah.
The same way that we build a track record in that negative lifestyle, that came from a track record. It wasn't a 1 and 2 time. That was a lengthy time of that behavior. you understand what I'm saying? Like that behavior was over a period of time that made out who you were.
I'm gonna tell you how funny life is. You want the streets to know you Big Meech, right?
Yeah.
But I bet, what do you want the people at the bank to call you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll deal with that. That check don't get cash, and your identity don't say Big Meech.
Yeah.
So the people at the bank know your government, and that's the name that they ask to see that's on the check. That name that you made up ain't on that check.
Yeah.
And it's not on that ID.
Yeah. And real serious, to put it in layman terms, man, we just really talking about, man, the validation we seek in a negative, it's always attached to some negative most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most of the time, that need to be accepted, and just have some self-acceptance, man. I looking at my dad, picture me and my dad. We both got the big ears. I said, my ears kind of long. I said, I got the new ears. You know what I'm saying? And my sister was telling me today, my sister Val, on my dad's side, she was like, she seen the pictures. She was like, y'all look alike, right? And the point I'm making is, I'm okay, because I didn't even know I had the ears. all these years. I
Right.
looked at the picture, but when you're okay with yourself, it don't matter. You got the ears, the nose, the teeth, whatever God made you. You wonderfully made.
The validation thing, it ties into so many facets and what people are due for it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's just that validation has people doing all type of
They
things
do.
to their bodies.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? People modifying changes.
At first coming up, when did you see people with all these tattoos on their face?
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? It's even a time right now
I never seen it.
It's going
piercings everywhere.
Even like where women getting
the
BBLs and all that type of stuff. That's gonna come a time when nobody's gonna want that anymore. Some celebrities right now are already removing it and stop doing it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So much help risk to it and all that. But then it's done for the validation.
Yeah, I was saying in a conversation the other day, man. Believe it or not, I remember, as a young man and as a man who, we love, I don't believe that people believe in pretty or handsome or attraction. It's just validation, who a person is and who they're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You're known more for, exterior things. Look, nobody really cares who you are. It's just basically people just, you meet a person, right, Boo? And they say, oh, that's Boo Jones right there. He got 50,000 followers. Oh, okay. He got 50,000 followers. Oh, such has got 30,000 followers. And they're known based off of what they do, not who they are. And that's because of the validation that they want to receive. And that's why so many people, when you meet people, follow me on Instagram, because it makes them look popular, certain validation that people want to be able to do with that.
Yeah.
And certain people will tell you, look, man, I don't even do social media and all that. I don't need all that. Listen, if you post something, I don't care if one person liked it. You thought to post it. To post some good stuff, guess what? A lot of people might not even like it, man.
It's about the message, man.
Yeah. And if you posted it, I'm gonna tell you what, some people post stuff just to receive certain love, validation, whatever like that. And sometimes you don't get it.
And you think about fishing. It's some, I'm a metaphor guy myself.
Right, man.
I think about fishing, man. Mm-hmm. You throw your bait out there, you don't know what's on. You don't know.
Yeah, I get that.
Or you plant a seed. Mm-hmm. You put it in the ground, you cover it up.
Yeah.
You don't see it.
Yeah.
You water the spot in faith.
Right.
The spot, you don't see nothing. You don't see no activity or nothing. You just come out there and water that spot every day.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well said.
And then the joy comes when you see a little bit of that. That's the validation right there. You keep, like you said with your ministry that God gave you keep doing it because he said it. He said the race ain't given to the swift.
Yeah.
He said endure to the end. He didn't say endure. Mm-hmm. He said endure to the end.
If you seek validation, you could be bought, boo. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
If you seek, well, let's. I know we only got a few minutes. Let's talk about that.
We got.
Let's go back to when in the Matthew chapter 4, when Jesus was in the wilderness, right? One thing the devil said to him, boo, he said, all these things I will give you if you fall down and worship me. To take him to the high mountain. He was basically saying, man, do you know I have the power to validate you? That's what he was telling him.
Yeah.
If you serve and worship me, I can validate you, basically, because since the devil is the God of this world, he basically saying, I can have people because my people now become your people. What Biggie say? You bring my friends.
Yeah.
We could be friends.
Yeah.
So what the devil was pitching to him is validation. You know what he was basically saying? Jesus, look, and this is very profound what I'm getting ready to say.
Yeah.
Do you know that everything that you think you're getting ready to get from going to the cross, I can get that to you?
Already.
What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul, right? But he was basically telling them is that if you serve me, I can validate you. But I need your soul, though. I need you to bow down and worship me. and I can validate you. Meaning that that's like somebody say, listen, look, man, a show. And everybody on my show, they're gonna start following you. But yeah, that's what I hear, right, boo?
I'm gonna need you.
But check this out, though, right? But this is more powerful. Man, come on my show, and then everybody that's following you, following me, gonna be now looking at you. But have I ever thought about all the people I bring with me adding on? Now they following you. Have I looked at, listen, I went on a show, and I'm just making a term, just making a thing. I went on a show to gain followers. And while I was on the show, I lost followers.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gained followers, but I lost some too.
Yeah.
By being on that show.
Yeah. Because here's another, like you talking about.
Yeah.
Being in, it said bad company spoils
good more. Yeah.
Like, man, you like you was talking about like rats and stuff like that. Like, everybody not perfect, but I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you have people want to take a picture with you.
Yeah.
Say, oh, I took a picture with Q. He's silent.
Yeah. So, in this world that we live in, right? If I go to an event, I go to a concert, I could be right next to celebrities. I'm not the person, I'm not taking away from
all that.
Yeah. I don't have to get a picture with somebody that's of importance to make me look of importance, because only thing I see is unimportant people taking pictures with important people, or people who's supposed to be somebody, and they're trying to build some type of relevance or validation off the people they're in pictures with. So you go places and people was like, okay, perfect example. You're in the picture with Michael Jordan, or you're in the picture with Jay-Z, and after you took the picture, you went to work the next day.
Show everybody.
You got a picture with Beyonce, right?
Yeah, but
and then you went to work the next day, and also the next day you needed a cash app.
Yeah, and then let me say this to you.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but I'm getting cash app requests for people who have a page full of celebrities they're in pictures with.
So I'm gonna tell you, like you said too, Q, the evidence, right? I'm in good standards with this guy, right? With Christ Jesus, right? Because he said that we don't borrow, we be lenders.
Yeah.
Man, I don't have nobody for no money. I don't have nobody for just frivolously for no money. I don't do that. He been supplying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but boy, what I'm getting at is that how many people got social media pages with celebrities in their pictures. I look at some people's pages, I'm like, oh, Kevin Hart, this and that, and
then you got
see all these pictures of all these well-known people.
Then you got to call somebody and say, could you?
I see you in the picture with all these celebrities, but I'm looking at your arrival. I see the validation. I see what you're trying to portray. Because believe it or not, some people have become popular or known based off of who they are in pictures with. But they don't have diddly. They haven't arrived anywhere, but have access behind the velvet rope and leave. And I didn't watch people, ball players, musicians, celebrities,
That's my man.
and then look like they somebody in VIP and leave that place and go back to a struggling situation. I done seen girls in the VIP, men in VIP with the best ball players, the best rappers, the best celebrities, and go right back to the projects. You got all these pictures with celebrities. You go back to a struggling situation, I will take them damn pictures down.
The power
Man, listen, man, come on, man.
The power of acceptance, to be accepted and validation, is strong, man, and it's what's driving a lot.
I don't want no pictures with celebrities and I can't pay my bills.
Yeah, and you
I don't want that.
and it's driving a lot of people, man, to do.
I don't want pictures with people that got all this money on the floor and we doing a GoFundMe.
yeah. No, I want it.
It looks ridiculous.
But the point I was getting ready to make, especially if you look at our young kids today, though, Q, man, it's more important. Man, when a lot of these kids, they get in jail, man, and the real, you know, the real old butt bandits, have them holding their pocket,
right?
And they out here, man, and they doing things that they would not do if it wasn't for that need to be accepted, that validation. If it wasn't for that, that's why I mentioned about the angels leaving paradise. Man, that's incredible, man. You in the presence of God, and you gonna leave with this dude.
Yeah.
You don't get no better than this. But you gonna leave. And it wasn't no little bit. It was the third, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's just I see it all the time, and I understand. You see the self-worth of it. It's like, I mean, I guess I don't mind, people taking pictures and doing. I'm just saying, but I see a lot of people, throwing their phone in people's faces. Yeah, we pictures are good. They are memories.
Yeah, that's the only reason I do it. I do it because of memories.
They are memories. And
I take this with everybody. Yeah, it don't have to be.
Exactly.
I don't care if
you. You do.
In the band, or
it could be the janitor. It could be.
I take people with everybody.
But I'm saying that, hey, boo, you don't realize that in this city, this town, or this era, generation that we live in, some people are just dying to get in pictures with certain people, to post it for the validation, to look like somebody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even Meek Mill has said it in one of the songs I was listening to the other day. He was basically saying that it was guys that was taking pictures around them and using them that they could get women or get people, or somebody might say, yeah, boo, my man, using your name like a coupon. And I'm gonna tell you what, that's what people do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Q, my man. Because to certain people, your name, my name, or somebody else's name is a coupon. If I'm saying that I know somebody, that means that somebody giving me a deal, because they're not giving me the deal because of me. It's because of who I know. You see what I'm saying? So I'm telling people, yeah, I know Boo. Yeah. That's my man. Okay, so, well, if I know Boo, your man, then I'm treating you like Boo.
That's what they think comes along with it.
Right? So, and I believe that, okay, so by you using Boo name, I'm treating you like you Boo.
Well, ain't that what the ambassador he validated by the United States?
That's why people they be like, they go place and they start name drop. Oh, such around there? Man, let me tell you what. All that name dropping is just a way of infiltrating. I don't let nobody sit back and name me somebody that they could have heard off a go-go tape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People tell you they know all type of people. Yeah, I know Ty, I know Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we all know Ed and Ty own the man in the shop.
Yeah. It's
I mean, that's
public. It's public knowledge.
it's public knowledge, man. You know, like I say,
just like I give you an example. You know, originally I'm from Alexandria.
Right.
I grew up around Eastgate, right?
Yeah.
Hanging around South Little,
right?
I don't need nobody to come and validate me. And I'm not saying that because I want to be validated from Eastgate. That's just like it's my home.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place where it kept shaping me.
Yeah, but
so,
the bad thing about life though, boo, if you tell somebody I'm from Alexandria and you tell somebody you're on Eastgate,
they think
the validation is going to come from Eastgate.
Yeah, they thinking.
But guess what?
But guess what?
They were busting heads in Alexandria too.
Where I'm from, I
already know. Yeah. I know about Delray new projects. I know what the Route 1 was like. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say, there's no validation from that
for them. You know what I'm saying?
People, but anybody who grew up in that know they hold up, man. They know. That's what DC Maryland dude's saying. They some suckers out Virginia, man. If you check the murder rate out there, you know the crime. You know what's going on. You don't know that. You ain't been across that bridge. So, but what I'm trying to tell you, to say that you from Eastgate, Simple City, the validation is on that neighborhood.
I don't say I'm from there.
No, I'm just saying. Even when you name it,
the
validation is with that.
But the thing about it is, there's facts, and then there's, there's false validation.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm only gonna tell you the facts. Now you're gonna have people to say, "Oh man, I know what's to come," and this person. Because anytime I ask a person, they're gonna say, "Do you know this person or this person or this person?"
You know what happened? They say DMV, right? People like, nah.
Because they don't want to be included with Virginia or Maryland.
They would say, man, like they would say Wale from DC. They be like, man, he's from Montgomery County.
But guess what though?
Or they would say KD from DC. He's from Sea Pleasant.
Yeah, even Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I mean,
Dave Chappelle is from
very few people grew up in DC. Very few.
It's on the
Yeah, a lot of very few celebrities. I mean, you got some people that come from there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But let me say this for people. Listen, if you were born in the projects, the goal was not to stay there forever.
Yeah.
So you should have moved to Maryland or Virginia or another part of town. You staying in the projects is not an accolade. It actually shows no growth, because that was supposed to be a starting place. So for you to say that you still live in the hood, like I say, based on the conversation or the ears that conversation falls on, one person looking at you like you're stuck, and the other person is, is looking at you like, wow, he's still in the city.
Corporate America
think it's still dumb to be staying in that same place. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is that, like I say, just say you from Alexandria. Say you from PG County, from Maryland. Man, I'm not about to claim no hood where they out here beefing and I get shot up. That's not what I want to do. I don't want no validation from no hood. I'm me, hate me or love me. I'm not claiming no hood, nobody, no celebrity family members, or none of that. I don't need no validation from that. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, and I'll go there because I'm a designer person. People know we're designer. People wear designer clothes for validation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To be able to show.
Here's a hit though, and I'm glad you're on that, because what I just said a few minutes ago, and it ties into it.
Yeah.
Because I just like what I like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for example,
it might not be for you. Exactly.
Like for example, my mother told me do not go over East. It was fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was fun. But I tell you right now, I love living in Alexandria.
Right.
I love being able to say, look, I'm leaving.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
They like, look, I'm all right. I'm welcome. I've been over long enough.
But and that's tough too. Even the last topic, it's like designer, Louis Vuitton, Dior, and all that. Yeah. I mean, but at the end of the day, I had, so my thing is that, I've had that stuff all my life, but I know, like when say, like perfect example, I'm in Tyson's right now. It's like, I see people just want to have one Balenciaga shirt or a pair of Balenciagas or Aloe or or just a pair of Louis Vuittons, or you know what I'm saying, something Gucci, you know what I'm saying, and because a belt or anything, just to have something
Yeah,
for a
validate.
sense of validation. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? There's a millionaire walking around right now with none of that
With
stuff
some
on.
holes in the shoe.
Holes in shoes.
Some of these my good.
And guess what?
Comfortable
Because he doesn't need a label
to validate.
to validate him.
And we get ready to be coming to an end. This has been a great segment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we already done talked about what we're gonna use next month. So when y'all come the end of next month, we already got the topic ready for you.
What we doing, quantity versus quality?
Yeah, got to. We got to, man. We got to build on that, man. Because you know we want to give you, you know, content with substance. We don't want to just give you fluff.
Yeah.
Give you content with substance. And we talking about validation. And let's keep it 100. And everybody, and Q touched on it early, everybody like to be accepted at some. But what we want to do is, man, not let that move me.
Yeah.
Like don't let that move me. Don't let that be the driving force of what I do.
Yeah.
You know, but everybody like to be, you know, even Jesus. I give you a good example, but not to that point that he needed validation, but he like to be appreciated. He said, man, because he made a statement and he don't make this for nothing. He said, I healed 10 lepers, and only one of y'all came back. So he made that point. That shows me that, man, appreciation is something that we all in our human nature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't, maybe that's not what we're doing it for, but it's nice to be appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, everybody, come on, man.
Yeah.
Because like you said, earlier you was talking about, it was rough when you came in there and you had to go through that time, that season with nobody there and all that. And because your flesh reared up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna always have that battle, right? But when it comes toxic, is when validation is your driven force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's when it becomes toxic. Mm-hmm. And that's what the whole segment we was talking about. Absolutely. Don't let validation be your driven force and learn how to validate yourself.
Yeah.
You know, when you go parking, you have to get that little thing and go in there when you go to the movies and get it validated. Or you might get told.
But no, that's a really good point in closing, boy. You know what I'm saying? When you go somewhere to park, you know what you do? Hey, y'all validate this parking?
Yeah.
I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah. So
listen to what that person is saying, though. I want to get my ticket paid. Yeah. I mean, validated. Why? So I don't got to pay for it.
Yeah. Ain't that what crazy? Come on, man. Come on, man. That's what.
Yeah, you pay for validation.
You already paid for it.
Yeah,
we already validated.
But listen, why? But listen, I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Why is it that because if I get my parking validated, I don't got to pay for it? That's what I'm saying. But if life tells me I pay for my own validation,
good God, it's different. Ain't that different?
Listen, if I get it stamped, I don't got to pay. Listen what I'm saying, boy. I'm thinking you got to listen because you got to hear. Yeah. So basically, if I get somebody to stamp me, I don't got to do the work.
Oh, that's a different. See, different views to look at that. Yeah, it's different ways to look at that. Yeah,
no, I don't need no validation. I'm gonna pay for my parking. I pay my own way.
Yeah. And then I looked at it from another view. If Christ stamped it,
Yeah. I don't need nobody else to stamp it. But what I'm trying to say now is like, so it's the same thing. I parked, I got a parking ticket, and I can go to Nordstrom's and they say, hey, we'll validate your parking. Yeah. I mean, you don't got to pay because they're going to put their stamp on it saying you their customer, so you don't have to do it. But if I'm not their customer, I got to pay.
So if I'm not with Christ,
yeah, but when I'm saying, you hear though, you hear. I'm like I said, I can go on and on with that.
Another way with it, though. I like the other way too.
Yeah.
You saying, man, look, if I need the world's validation, then I ain't gotta do no work.
Yeah, so basically, I'm just getting a whole bunch of people to stamp what I do.
Good God. See, that's gonna be a segue into man. The next
and what people say,
show.
You ain't here because of your work, it's because of who you know.
Hey, and definitely that's what it is too.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. I mean, my work ain't why I crack what I'm saying.
Yeah.
My work ain't got now.
That's
I do
deep.
my work because
that's deep, yo.
I want the validation of the one who saved me.
That's deep right there. that topic right there is crazy.
Yeah. We don't.
I might have to study that a little bit more.
Yeah, we're gonna have to dive into that individually and come back and get collectively.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but look, this has been a great show, man. And as usual, man, I got my partner right here, man.
Appreciate you, boo.
Man, always. And you know, usually after this, we get a little bite to eat. Yeah, they had to switch it up. And one thing about, man, this journey, man, you know, we can't do it by ourselves, though. Even though we don't need validation, we can't do it. I always got to be honest, open, and willing to receive some help.
Yeah.
And, you know, I can't do it alone, but alone I must do it.
Alone I must do it.
So, man, we'll see you next month. Same bad channel, same bad time. The Thursday, we don't know yet if it's going to be the last Thursday or the Thursday before last, but it will be at 7:05. And we will be, you know, doing the talk show that matters.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So, man.